Hello, my name is Matthew. I am a support specialist here at Member Leap Consulting. And today I'm going to show you more about our file archive system. The file archive system is, in short, a way to manage your files that your website uses or that members can have to download at any time. You can access the file archive system by clicking on Member Area Features. It is listed at the top. Here we have it listed as File Archive/Documents, but you can have it changed to anything you would like in the configuration settings. Here, by default, we do have it listed as File Archive. For members, you can see it in the Resources. File Archive is right at the top. Let's go to the File Archive system now. Here we have a list of all of our categories. You can think of categories like a file folder on your computer, where you can have a folder within a folder within a folder. Here you can see the name of the folder, what the subfolders are, as well as what the settings are. We'll go over the settings once we actually get into the category. You can click to manage the files, edit the category, delete the category, or move where the category is listed within inside your file archive. Let's create a new file category now. To keep with the name of the website, let's make this category name Baking Items. Now, this parent setting here, this is where you would set whether it is a category within a category. So let's set this to show how this works as the subcategory for Test Public. So this will be the folder within a folder for the very top item. Here below this, you can enter the description of what this category is. I would list what type of files you would like in this. So for this, you can put in, this is for baking items. You can choose to publish it in the public directory. So you can have it in the public directory that these files are able to be accessed from it. And you can also choose to have, whenever someone clicks on a file, to have it open a new tab or window, but this can cause issues depending on browser or antivirus settings of whoever is trying to open the file. So if you do receive reports of that, just tell them about the browser settings and you can right-click on the file and open a new tab. It should work fine. You can make the file category an admin access only. What this means is that only full admins on your website or people that you choose as admins of the file archive system are able to see this category. You can have it as board access only, which is where on the member profile there is a board at symbol. You can select that and they're a member of your board. And only board members are able to see this. You can also restrict it down to specific member types. You can click on one to add it, and you can control click to add others. Or you can also shift click to add multiples. You can also control click to remove specific ones. So let's make this a secure access only with board access. You can also choose to make it a hidden category, which just means that it is not seen on your typical file archive view. However, it does not restrict the files. If the files are sent to someone, they can still open it. Or secure access only, what this does is it forces members to be logged in order to view the file, even if you send them a direct link to the file. You can also choose a sort order. By default, it is selected by title or by alphabetical name. You can choose to have it sort the files by date, ascending or descending as well as give it an altered storage folder name so that there's an easier way to access the file. And now we see here that the baking items subcategory is inside the test public category, and it is listed as board only and member only. This member only shows that it is only available if you are logged in. The public list shows that it is available on the public directory, and REC type means that it is restricted to only specific types of members. You can go into Manage the Files by clicking on Manage Files or clicking on this link here. Here we have options to add a new file, mass upload files, mass download files, copy files from another folder, mass delete the files as well. Let's add a new file now. By default, if you were to use mass upload, it would just choose the file name. But here we can type in what the item is going to be. This is going to be a muffin tin, and we can say this is for making muffins. These two fields here are ones that we have configured with inside the configuration settings. You can choose up to 3 different fields to have added to your file archive. So we have it listed as author and year. However, this does not apply to the item we are adding here. So let's choose the file category as baking items, which is the file category we were in. You can also choose to select it as a different date. So say you have a physical document that you're uploading and the date for it is actually a different date. You can choose that instead of the date that you are simply uploading it. You can also choose to open just this specific tab in a new window. You can also choose to open up the newsletter in a different window, or choose to have it as a newsletter. Here, where it's listed as file, this is where you would actually upload the file. So let's browse it right now. And here's our muffin. It opens up the standard operating systems file, our file window. Alright, so now we have our file listed here. If you were to just click a blank file, it removes the file from it as well. Max upload file size by default on single file uploads is 250 megabytes. Or if you'd like, you can also choose to enter in a URL that will just link the person to a different URL from within inside the file archive. So let's click submit. And now we have listed here that their muffin tin that is for making muffins. It was uploaded on 9/29/17. Currently there are 0 views. We can see the file name here. We can click on it to open up our muffin tin. You can choose to go in and edit or delete the file as well. So let's go and view it from the member side now. Members see this where they can search for a file by a specific keyword. So let's search for muffin. And you can see here, this is file list verbiage that we have listed here. No files were found in this specific category because this is listed as a secure access only and it will not show with the keyword search. So let's open up the test public. So the reason why it is not showing right now is because we listed as a board only. So let's go in and change that. Since my profile is not listed as a board member, even though I am a full admin on the website. So now you can see here the baking items is there. You can click on muffin tin and it shows the file as well as the link to download. Both of these will open up the file. And since we have now opened up this file twice, if you go to the baking items list, you can see that it was viewed twice now. So let's go to the configuration menu to show you the configuration options. The file archive, along with many of our other modules, is within inside the other configuration options. It is listed by default as file archive configuration. Here in the custom verbiage, you can choose to name the file archive something different, such as library, or in this case, let's just name it as file archive, and you can see our auxiliary fields of author and year. You can choose to remove it from the member area view by checking this box. You can show how many downloads there are. Note that this only counts for direct link or downloads from the file archive itself unless it is a secure access only, and it will only count from the day that this is turned on. The content search, this is something that you would have to contact us to fully enable. And you can also include in general public search for the file archives. This will only include those that are not secure access, board, or admin only. You can remove the date column from it. You can choose to have it with multi-tiers. Choosing no tiering will, however, remove the subcategories from the folders. You can remove the links with multi-tiers of the animation, and you can choose to save it as last opened. this file archive view.php verbiage. This is on the standard member screen. This is the verbiage that you can add to that screen. And when you search, that is what the file list's verbiage is. All right, that was our standard file archive. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at any time. We are at service@V's Consulting. Thank you very much.